Good morning, friends. Today I have already uploaded or already exported my day 3 of the reading rush, so I just need to upload it. And this is day 4 of the reading rush. So while I upload day 3's vlog to YouTube, and I think I have 1 or 2 more videos to edit. While I do that, I'm going to be listening to some more of Bird Box on audiobook, and I will catch up with you in a bit. In 2020 by Joey Tribbiani from Friends. Love that show. So I thought that I would check out the Instagram challenge for today. I also don't know what I'm going to do because I don't feel like having coffee today. So I might just do soda first thing in the morning. I'll take a picture of that as my reading fuel, I guess. Or not a picture, but a video. So, day 4. Ooh, take a picture of a book and a background that match. Interesting. So should I use my current read or just do another recommendation? I want to do my current read, which would be Bird Box. But I don't know how I'm going to get a background to match that. So I might do that in a little while after I wake up some. And then I got my little buddies right here. Let's see. There's 2 of them. They're like twinsies. Soda. So instead of coffee, I'm having soda this morning. I don't know why. I just don't want coffee. Listening to Bird Box on audio and editing my video. I am doing the audiobook today because I'm prepping to go on my trip that I've been talking about. I have to pack, and I've been making snacks in the kitchen for the past like 45 minutes, plus I had to edit my last video for this channel, which should be posted now. I'll link it up here somewhere. But this reading rush is really fun, but it's also kind of kicking my butt. I'm super tired. But I can't wait to do it again next year already. And we're not even finished yet. So I'll update you guys later on. Okay, so for the Instagram challenge of day 4, I am like choosing something super easy. So I haven't read this yet, but it's on my TBR for the reading rush. It might be the next book that I read. So tomorrow's read. But it is The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. So it's, blue stripes. My comforter is blue stripes. So you have to pick a book and a background that match. So I'm going to take a picture like that. I'll show you. So I'm going to take a picture just like that for my Instagram challenge. I think it looks pretty good. Hey guys, so I'm doing the outfit to book cover recommendation style. So I'm recommending Final Girls by Riley Sager. And this one was actually really easy to match, because just point this way with your head, like hers is, and then red, black. It was super easy. And I will let you know why I like this book later. To reading book tag, the book tag that the Reading Rush created as part of the Reading Rush. I am on day 4. So let's get into it. Okay, so warm up, a book that stretches your mind. For that, I picked We Are One by Shani Alvarez. So This is a poetry book, and it's one of the few religious books that I really like. So there's a ton of religious, God, everything like that type of thing, but it's written in such a way that I don't feel like I'm being preached at. And also, it kind of talks about, even with God in her life, she lost sight of herself and she got into addiction, and this is kind of her coming back from that and learning about herself and about the world with and without God. And it was just really interesting to read something from an author who has struggled in their life, even with God in their life. Everyone struggles, but sometimes you don't always see, like, the most Christian authors or the most Christian things that you read, they don't always seem to have as many struggles as someone who doesn't believe in God. And I loved that this kind of had a little bit of everything. So it kind of proves that no matter what your belief, everyone struggles, but it's about how you bounce back from it. And I just loved this book. Okay, so question number 2 is starting line. Tell us about a book that you started but did not finish. I actually have a few options on my shelf for that, but I went with my most recent read, or not read, I don't know. And that is The Last to Let Go by Amber Smith. So this was on my July TBR, and I did start it. I got about 55 pages into it, and I was really enjoying it. But I had just read The Way I Used to Be. Hold on. Okay, so I had just read The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith, which this one wasn't originally on my TBR, but it's the one that I was more excited for. And honestly, Amber Smith, in my experience with these two books, because that's all I've read by her, is a very hard-hitting author. And so The Way I Used to Be follows this girl named Edie, who gets raped by her brother's best friend the year before she starts high school. And when she tries to tell people, they kind of shut her down without realizing that they're shutting her down, and saying how Kevin is like a brother to her, and that they're basically like family, and that they love each other, and they kind of just were trying to convince her that he was a good guy and kind of shutting her down. So she didn't really tell anyone until her senior year of high school, and it's kind of her downfall after that. And there are moments when there's glimmering moments of hope in here that are just amazing, that made me just want to hold on. And I cried for Edie so much in this book, and it just stuck with me so bad that when I tried to read this just a few days after this one, I just, as good of writing as it was and everything, I just couldn't get into it. I was still stuck on The Way I Used to Be. I don't know if that's ever happened to anyone before, where you kind of just get stuck on a book, so you're like, oh, well, I can't quite read anything else right now. Leave in the comments below if that's ever happened to you, because I think that might have been the first time it happened to me. I don't remember a time in my life where I was so stuck on a different book that I couldn't get into a different one. Okay, so the next question is Sprint, a book you read really quickly. And that is The Fill-In Boyfriend by Casey West. So I don't read contemporary very often, or romance. Like, usually it's not my thing, but I got this because it was at my bookstore and it was cheap. And I was just like, yeah, I'll give Casey West one more shot, because I did try to read a couple Casey West books last year and I just did not get into them. But I was not expecting to love this book or even like it, honestly, but it's a 5-star read. So it has the fake dating trope in it, and I don't know if I've ever read that in a book before this, but I loved it. So you follow Gia on her prom night when her boyfriend Bradley dumps her before prom. So there's this guy in his truck who saw the whole thing go down, and Gia went up to him and she's like, will you please be my fake boyfriend for the night? So you come to know him as Fill-In Bradley. That's why it's the Fill-In Boyfriend. And then somehow he needs a fake date for his ex's party because he wants to win his ex back. But you have to read this and find out when fake dating becomes real dating. It was so, okay, it's so cute, it's so fluffy. It's pretty fluffy, and typically I don't do fluff, but in this book it worked. It worked a lot. Okay, the next question is Marathon. What's your favorite long book? So my favorite long book I have not read in a while. I really should reread it. But counting the index, it's 686 pages. Not counting the index, it's 670 pages. And that is Helter Skelter, the true story of the Manson murders. So this is Charles Manson's story of how he brainwashed so many people to kill for him. And it also talks about Sharon Tate, right? Yes. He killed Sharon Tate and her entire household, which had 7 people in it at the time. And this is like, it follows his trial, it follows before his trial, it follows the murders. Then there's actual like crime scene photos in here. And I've always been really interested in like crime scene or crimes and getting into the minds of criminals. Usually I watch documentaries about it. I have read a few true crime books, but nothing even comes close to Helter Skelter. This will keep you up at night, but it's also a really good page turner, and you're just like, I can't believe this stuff actually happened. So I already talked about this book, so I'm not going to go into detail about it, but the next question is Hurdles, of books with extremely high highs and extremely low lows. And for that, I picked The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. So, yeah, I already told you about it. Okay, so the next question is Finish Line, a book you were proud to finish. And for me, this one's, you guys aren't gonna like hearing this, so just like look away or like peek through your eyes or, you know, like, or something. I'm warning. Geekerilla by Ashley Poston. So there was so much hype around Geekerilla. It's a Cinderella retelling, loosely based off Cinderella, kinda. But honestly, I hated this book. I had so much trouble reading it. And I read it during a 48-hour readathon for Becca's Bookopoly that took place actually 2 weeks ago. But I really wanted to DNF this book so many times. This is probably going to be one of the worst books of the year for me. But I was very proud that I finished it because I was not enjoying it at all. But I was participating in a readathon and I really didn't want to DNF it. So I conquered it in a way. Okay, so we only have 2 left. So the first one is Gold Medal, the best book you've read during a readathon. And I actually just finished a book for the Reading Rush today. And if you've been following my blog, then you already know it's Bird Box by Josh Mallerman. So I actually picked this as the book the movie I've already seen based on the book. This book was amazing. It shook me to my core. And oh my gosh, the movie was really good too. I have to say the movie adaptation is good, you know, but oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. It's just so freaking good. I wasn't excited for this one either. Man, I'm never excited for my books. Okay, but I wasn't excited for this one because it had so much hype surrounding it. When the film came out, everyone was like, oh my god, the book is so good, the book, you should read the book, read the book, read the book. And I'm like, there's no way it's as good as everyone says. You guys, this is better than everyone says. This is like God tier on book level. This, as of right this second, July 23rd, this is my favorite book of the entire year. Hands down. You have to read it. Well, I mean, I can't force you to do anything, but it's so good. I don't know what else to say. It's scary and touching and emotional and rips your heart out and makes me want to hide under the covers, but it was so worth it. It was amazing. And the last one is a participation medal. Whoop whoop. An underrated book that you think deserves more attention. And this one actually surprised me too. But that is Hunted by Megan Spooner. So I thought maybe Hunted didn't get enough attention because it came out the same year as Bridget Kemmer's Curse So Dark and Lonely. But that is not true. This came out 2 years before that book. And I honestly haven't heard anyone talk about this. But this, hands down, favorite retelling of the year thus far. And I'm not really reading retellings anymore, so it's probably just going to be this. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling with the tagline, a beauty deadlier than the beast. So she is Beauty is this warrior to the core. She hunts. She's one of the boys, as it says in the book. But she's also like beauty, you know? And it's just so good. Like, obviously you kind of know what's gonna happen if you know the Beauty and the Beast tale, because it is a retelling and sometimes they get a little bit boring, but this one is not boring. This one is, it's so good. It gave me all the feels, and I just loved the training scenes, the fighting. Oh my goodness. So I highly recommend this. I did not love A Curse So Dark and Lonely, so I thought that this was gonna be kind of like that. It's nothing like A Curse So Dark and Lonely. It's so much better, and Megan Spooner just has a way with words. Like, I love her writing style in this book, and it has a preview of Sherwood, which is Megan Spooner's retelling of Robin Hood. The prologue and the first chapter are amazing, so now I really want to read that too. But yeah, and then this book goes in alternating chapters, kind of like Harper and Rin did in A Curse So Dark and Lonely, so it follows that, but the big chapters are from Beauty's perspective, and then the Beast only has 1 or 2 pages. So you kind of get both their perspectives on things, and it's just so cute, honestly. It's such a good fairy tale retelling, because Beauty and the Beast is my favorite, and this one is going on my favorite shelf, for sure. But I think that's all the questions for the tag video, so this can be included in my daily vlog for day number 4. So that's really, yes! So I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. I do have to work in a couple of hours, so I don't know how that's gonna affect filming. I might just film when I get home and kind of wrap up this vlog. We'll see. Okay, so I worked today and we eat some dinner, and now I'm home, and I think I'm gonna read 3 more stories from Disney's Princess Collection, and I'm outside, so just like I'm supposed to be. But book stories of today for the reading rush, I'm going to be talking about Angel Pig and the Hidden Christmas. So this book literally saved my life. I am not shy about it. I talk about it. I've talked about it on my channel before. I've talked about this in particular book on my childhood favorites book video, which I will link up here somewhere. But I'm a cancer survivor. I had cancer when I was very young. So around Christmas time, I think I was 7, but I don't know for sure. It was one of the first Christmases with cancer, so I might have only been 6. I remember finally being done. Like, I just didn't want to fight anymore. I had no fight left in me. I was constantly in pain, and I was always sick, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So my mom lived in that hospital with me 24/7. And she had a newborn baby at home who she couldn't see all the time, like, because she was in that hospital with me every single day. And I remember looking at her and telling her that I can't fight anymore, that just let me die, Mom. Actually, I believe my words were, just let me die, Mommy, just let me die. And I was ready to give up. I wanted the pain to end. I just wanted it all to end. So, a couple days later, it was around Christmas time. A couple days later, I got this big box outside of my hospital room that had this book along with a VHS tape. Yes, those did exist, to those of you that are younger than me. A VHS tape of the teacher and all the students reading this book together. And they all left me messages like, oh, get well soon, and we love you, and we're thinking of you. And these were kids that I had never met. They were in a few towns away from mine. And it brightened my spirit so much. And in that box were these cards from all the students in that class. And this book is signed by the entire class. Some of them are just their names. Some of them say, get well soon. Merry Christmas, 1999. Okay, so I was 6 years old. And, Alida, we want you to get better. Don't give up. We want to see you and meet you. Maybe you can come to Barnes. That was the name of the elementary school. And this book just showed me that strangers, like people that I didn't even know, cared enough about me to send me a book and all these cards and put time and effort into me. And it gave me that little push that I needed, that one more reason not to give up and to keep fighting. And it was like perfect timing because I really just wanted it to end. And thinking about it now, this many years later, I know it had to break my mom's heart hearing her 6-year-old daughter say just to give up on her. But that is my story time. This book really did save my life, or it helped me to see that there was reasons to keep fighting. And it's a cute little story about Christmas and how you don't have to have a ton of stuff to have a good Christmas. You just have to give what you got and try and be friends. And it's just really adorable too. Let's just get into my 3 short stories for Disney's Princess Collection Love and Friendship Stories. Is Bambi. Bam! So we're gonna start with Bambi. Here. Okay, so I finished Bambi. It was really cute. I mean, I think my review of every single story in here is that they're really cute. Because they are. Obviously, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite, and that one is just like has my heart completely. I've always loved Beauty and the Beast. Like I said yesterday, it's just one of my favorite fairy tale of all time. Yeah. So, speaking of fairy tales, we have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs up next. Friends to count on. Happily Ever After. Okay, so it was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was cute. You know, what else can you say? I told you, every single story in here is cute. Except for Beauty and the Beast, which is just amazing and beautiful and gives you all the feels. Okay, it gives me all the feels, okay? Maybe not you. So, Disney's Aladdin. The princess who didn't want to marry. Ooh. I finally get it, guys. A whole new world. Okay, so I've never seen Aladdin either. If I have, I was really young and I don't remember. So, Hubby Man doesn't know it yet. But we have to have a Disney night soon. Because there are so many freaking books, stories in here that are Disney movies too. And I need to see these movies, like, right now. So technically speaking, I could quit right now and read 2 a day for the rest of the readathon, or read 3 a day for tomorrow and the day after. But you know what? Let's just read one more. Just one last one. Because it's Pocahontas. Listen to your heart. This is Jelly Bean. He's turning into such a mama's boy. He kind of filled in for Wyatt because I had to put Wyatt, my older puppy, my older baby, down a couple weeks ago, and this is Jelly Bean. He used to basically be attached to my husband's hip, but after that night, Patrick told Jelly Bean that he needs to watch over Mommy and be here for me because I was having a really hard time with it. And now he just doesn't leave me alone anymore. So, I mean, he's doing a good job in the aspect that of what my husband told him to do, but he can really be Daddy's puppy again. We'll see. I think this is going to be a semi-permanent deal. Alright, let me finish this story. Okay, so I finished Pocahontas, and I actually didn't know the Pocahontas story at all. So that was very insightful. It was just the basics, but it has me intrigued to the point that I might want to go do more research on Pocahontas. So that's where we're going to end for tonight. Tomorrow we're going to read The Lion King. So thank you for hanging out with me on day 4 of the reading rush. Dang, this is just flying by so quick. Please like and subscribe to my channel. We always talk about books and do fun challenges. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.